This is a presentation of Northeast Streaming Sports. You're listening to the Captain Jack Sports Show on Northeast Streaming Sports.
Good evening, everybody. How you doing? I will let you know that we are broadcasting on 3 Facebooks, 3 YouTubes, a Twitter, and a Twitch. I'm not on Instagram tonight because, as I will tell you now, get in early because I'm not sure how long I'm going to broadcast. Yes, I did a show the other night. Yes, I did a show last night. The throat is still not up to par. So I am not going to go beyond. When I start hacking, that's all she wrote. So if you want to get in early. Get in early. In fact, what I will do is, let me see if I can... Where's the... Okay, let me update this. I'll update where to go. Okay. You got a way to call in. You got a way to come into the show. I will put the how to get into the show. Yeah, man, the mic is up max. The mic is up max. See, and I knew that was going to happen. Okay. Just for you, Daniel. And it screwed up my Captain Jack. But the mic is max. I am not going to get as loud as I normally get. Yeah, see, there you go. Jerry White said they heard me just fine. Must be old ears, OG. Just saying, shipmate. Gotta love OG, by the way, and that's not a knock. If you want to come into the show, I just put the link up for everybody. If you're on Facebook, please come over to YouTube. It's easier for me to see all of the comments. Doc Burdett, thank you there, shipmate. Doc Burdett, it's been a while. Sean Johnson is here. Cool Kev, thanks again for coming in. By the way, if we had a show last night, and I put that in for Jesus freaking Christ, man. Hot Neil. Okay, I'll take Hot Neil's call real quick.
Call from RDR John Neil Flights.
Okay, Hot Neil, you got to be quick, partner. What's on your mind, brother?
How you doing, Captain? No, I want to say we are doing pretty good this year. Let's keep it up like that.
Yeah,
that's what I have to say.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. And
we're doing good. We're defense and offense. We're doing good.
Yeah, I'm telling you now. What are they saying in South Florida, where you're from, this weekend? Because I know that you hear a lot of things from Dolphins fans. So, what are the Dolphin fans saying in South Florida for the game this weekend?
They said they have a chance. They're going to kick our ass. They're going to do better than all these years they've been losing. They're going to do better, and they're going to try to get a second ring. And that's not only here. I'm talking about my entire neighborhood is talking about it.
Oh yeah, and that's why I'm glad actually you did call, because again, Hot Neil is down in South Florida and he hears from, and I will be kind because I am not going to say negative things about the team from Miami, because every time I do, bad stuff happens, and I'm not going to jinx it. Okay.
Yeah, that happens to me too, Captain. When I did something, I jinx.
Yeah.
No, but all of that, I want to say something real quick.
Sure.
We have a chance if we keep up doing what we're doing good. Okay? This time, Chucky and Carl are communicating. If they keep it like that, remember, you and I have a bet.
Yeah. Yeah, if the Raiders are 17-0, no, actually, take it back. They have to be 20-0 because they have to go undefeated the entire season. And right. if the Raiders are undefeated the entire season, I'm going to give Hot Neil one of my helmets.
And I appreciate that, Captain.
Yeah.
Well, Captain, I want to let other people come into your show. I'm calling you from the hospital just to let you know that everything is okay, so I still have that problem with the scar that's holding the brain. It's getting worse.
Well, you take care of yourself, partner. That's what you need to do.
Okay, so I just tell you from the hospital, but let you know everything's okay. I'll probably be heading home tomorrow.
Okay, well, good. Head home tomorrow. Sit yourself down and watch a good game this weekend on Sunday.
I will, sir. And God bless, and Red Nation, thank you for all praying for me.
All right, Hot Neil, good hearing from you, brother.
Likewise.
All right. That was Hot Neil, just came in. And again, Hot Neil is from South Florida. So what I'm going to do is, because I got X amount of time, I'm gonna bring in two right away. Okay, Raphael, I'm gonna hold on you. I see you just came in, but I'm gonna bring in two Raider fans. Jesus effing Christ. Okay.
Call from RDR Jesse Marquez.
Okay, Jesse, I got you on the line. Don't go nowhere, because I got to talk to two guys that are in the studio first, and then I'll bring you on. Okay.
Yes, Captain.
Okay, thank you there, shipmate. I appreciate you working with me. We're going to bring in both OG Daniel and Cool Kev. I'm going to be in the middle because I want to separate you guys, because I don't want to have any fisticuffs between you.
Nah.
Well, I'm going to separate you.
Oh no.
Nah. Cool Kev's my brother, even though he's adopted.
Yeah,
that's right.
No. And what I was saying, and I didn't get a chance to finish because Hot Neil was was all over it, is that Cool Kev, I appreciate you coming in last night during the show because Ref was like, who's that? I said, dude, that's Cool Kev, man. He came over from Graphic to Chronicles to me, and now he's over there with y'all. So again, I'm not lying when I tell you guys this, and I'm gonna put this up again, okay? On Wednesday nights on the NFL channel, okay, not the NFL channel, but the N space FL YouTube channel, and the channel is right there. It's a big thing down there. Just look for it. I would copy it, but it's a pain in the ass. I will copy it in a little bit though. Okay, but try to find what you need to do is go on my page on YouTube, and where it shows other shows. There's because there's the there's the Wenches show and the Chronicles of the Black Hole show. There's also I call like NFL shows 2021, and that channel is on there. Just go hit it and watch our shows. I'm not lying when I tell you you will be entertained.
Yeah, there's a problem with that N space FL channel. I'm subscribed. Set the reminder. Nothing came up. It was weird. I think it was just a YouTube.
Yeah,
it's not showing the updates to get on the show.
Okay, well, I can guarantee you. I mean, it's every Wednesday at 9:00 Eastern. Now, whether I'm on there or not, Ref and Violator will be there. I'm gonna try to be on there every chance I get as well because I'm a third part of the crew, which is cool. And I didn't talk a lot because again with the throat, and also they need to. I talk a bit too much. Those hour broadcasts have been going hour and a half to 2 hours. Tell me kind of like well, that's what they're telling me. Hey, Chief, put your volume up. Or is it Kev? One of you guys got the volume up loud.
I don't.
Is it good now?
Yeah, it's good now.
Okay.
I can't stand listening to myself the first time. I don't want to hear myself the second time. Okay. But it's great stuff. We talk about the week before and the upcoming week, and it's a good show. And again, I'm not just blowing smoke up everybody's butt. Kevin, how did you enjoy the show last night?
It was great. I was able to chime in and make have fun with it. It was I like doing the games when they do all the games, and you get to chime in and have fun with it, and it was good. And watching Ref and Violated talk about sports, it's good.
Yeah. And Jesse, I didn't forget about you. When these gentlemen are done, I'm going to go to Jesse, and then Raphael, I'm going to go to you because Raphael is watching his Panthers on TV right now, right? I see a nod, so that's good. Raphael's watching his Panthers. Okay, that's good, gentlemen. Now I got to ask. Now I hear from OG a lot, so I'm not gonna listen to him because that came out wrong. But I've heard from OG about what he thinks about this team so far. So I'm gonna ask you, Kev, what are your positives that you've seen that you really like, and what do you foresee for this weekend? Then I'll go to OG and finish it up with him as well on that.
The defense is spectacular. The defense it makes you feel so happy to be a Raiders fan this season. It is just uplifting to be from last year to now. It's just so great. The defense is, but my only concerns is that O-line, and I'm kind of like disappointed because they should have addressed the offensive line in the season, in the draft, and now we're going to be doing patchwork again for the season.
Let me ask a question. Didn't they address the O-line with their first-round pick?
There's not enough. There's never enough. It's shaky in the second game, and it's we have run back, we have run blocking issues, and it's
Let me also ask a question. Didn't they address the O-line with their last pick?
Who was that? Morrissey?
Yeah.
Is he playing?
No, but they did address it in the draft. I'm just playing devil's advocate. They re-signed Good, which they needed to do.
Right.
They cut Richie, and then they sign him to a decent contract instead of a stupid contract. And they did pick two offensive linemen this draft. Plus, they went out in free agency when they needed to, and they got Omenwa who's been a godsend because he's been playing right guard. Simpson was a draft pick they had from a couple years ago, and right now he's playing left guard. So, I understand that they still need more depth, but I think that it's an ongoing process. James was picked a couple years ago, and now he's playing the center spot. Okay, Miller was drafted a couple years ago, and he's our stalwart on the left side. So, I understand what you're saying, but I think that they have actually addressed it each year. And even though Miller wasn't a Mayock pick, I think he was the last of the Reggie picks, if I'm not mistaken, as far as first rounders. But I think that they have addressed each year. They addressed it in free agency along with picks in the draft. So I think it's up and coming. The injuries to Richie, I could have told you about before the season began, and but and I think that pretty soon Richie's going to be a liability as far as that's a roster spot, and I think they're going to need to let him go on an IR and just pay him, and then see what we got as well. But again, we do have Nick Martin who can play guard. We haven't seen him yet because he's being outplayed by the other kid that we picked up in free agency. And I will say this, and these are words that you will not hear out of my mouth very often. Oh my God, Brandon Parker played well.
Right.
And I don't say that very often, but he played well the other day. And I'm very glad that he's finally getting it.
Okay, so Richie is pretty much on his way out, and you can't really count on him right now. And he's really 50-50, as far as going to be playing this season. So you have to kind of look for his replacements, and you have to have somebody to really kind of mentor Leatherwood, because he has to earn his stripes this season, and he's in the fire right now, and he has to figure it out. So I still think, we may, since what's his name got hurt, we still need to have a depth piece behind him. What's his name?
Good. Yeah.
Good. Yes.
I think Good is actually going to be able to mentor Leatherwood while he's injured. And I think that's one of the because Good played that position well last year a lot.
Right.
And I think that he will be that mentor that Leatherwood would need. But and I try, partner, I am not harping on you saying that you're wrong. You're not wrong.
I agree. I agree with your parts as well about addressing it every year and all that stuff. But it seems to me like every time the line is never a solid line. You can never feel comfortable that this line is going to stay solid without some kind of injury or somebody's not there when you need them. So, I just think it hurts the running game a lot, because you can see it like in the last game that Drake is only catching the ball out of the backfield, and he's not really running in between the tackles like he's supposed to, and he's supposed to be a multi-purpose back. So, and I think that, they'll be, Derek will be passing the ball a lot. So I think he needs to get that chemistry going with Ruggs and Edwards, and we'll be fine from there.
And I agree. So what's your prediction for this weekend?
I think it's going to be a boxing match. I think Raiders is going to be this Miami game is going to kind of see how if they're going to play down to Miami, or they're going to come out there and play their way. So I think it's going to be I think Raiders going to win by at least 10 to 15 points. It's going to be a close game.
That's a big spread, though. Remember how we have the Steelers number. Unfortunately, the Dolphins have our number recently.
Right.
And now, granted, a lot of those games have been played in Miami, but I also know that the last two times we played them at home,
right,
even not the face mask game, but even the game before that in Oakland, they went and beat us. And I was just like, why are you losing to this team?
Right.
I couldn't understand it. So hopefully that will be waylaid this weekend. Now.
Right. I just think that that the Raiders will they will win. I want them to win. They will win, and I think they will it'll be close. I don't think it's gonna. I think you still have to respect Miami for who they are, and don't take anything for granted because you have to build this thing one game at a time. So I think.
I got you.
Yeah.
Hey, old man, what do you got for me tonight? Other than you look good, your beard looks really nice, by the way.
I trimmed it up a little. Okay, so as far as positives, first time since 2002, I've been excited about this defense. On the offensive line that everybody's talking about, first of all, you're forgetting our offensive line went up against some of the best defenses in the NFL. The Pittsburgh Steelers, the best defense in the NFL. How did we do? We held our own. That next man up thing we did last year, we did well. We'll do it again this year. Understand, Josh is out. That zone blocking for the offensive line, they need to go to a power blocking because that's where Drake excels. Okay. I don't think this game's going to be as close as a lot of people are picking because their offensive line is worse than Pittsburgh's. And we're going to waylay those guys. Our defensive line is going to come at them. Well, it's going to be a dolphin slaughter, okay? And their defense is not as good as Pittsburgh's. They got a good defense. They're just not as good as Pittsburgh. We're going to score and score and score. And once Carr starts spreading around, they're not going to be able to just focus in on Darren Waller. They're going to be like, oh, God, we got all these other nightmares out here. And then Waller's going to have some game too. This is a game where you usually start with the run and then you get into play action. I think we start with the passing.
Right.
Get them on that, then surprise them with a few good runs, and then go to the play action.
Right.
I think we're going to wear these guys out. I really do. Just from, who we've played so far, what kind of offense and defense they've had versus our offense and defense. I mean, like I said, we just took on the number one defense in the NFL and smoked them. Okay. So we're going to have smoked fish for lunch.
Okay.
Okay. And again, I'm putting up, hey, Taco, I got your comments in there. And that Steve Taco Chirinos is a Dolphins fan, and I appreciate you commenting. I'd like for you to come in if possible. I'd like for you to come in and do either a call in or a excuse me, either a call in or video if possible. So we got that. Hey, Jesse, I hear you. Gentlemen, I heard Jesse's actually, people are asking like, who you on the phone with, because I heard Jesse's comments over here while you guys were talking. Jesse, I heard you. You need to turn your phone down next time. But again,
we couldn't hear him.
Well, yeah, you couldn't hear him. I could.
Yeah,
but yeah, gentlemen. So I appreciate your comments. It's always a pleasure to hear from OG. I love you, brother. And then Kev, fantastic hearing from you as well, brother. I saw you both on. I figured I'd grab you both because I want to make sure I get to Jesse and Raphael. I have not forgotten about you. As soon as I talk to Jesse, I'm going to bring Raphael on. Raphael is going to tell me all about his Panthers right now, or in the next couple minutes. Gentlemen, always a pleasure. Remember, providing that I don't get waylaid there's a possibility I'm working on Sunday. So if I am, you might not see me. And I hate saying it, but I might not be here on Sunday, but I'm letting you guys know immediately. So if you don't see me on Sunday, there is a legitimate reason why. OG, Kev, gentlemen, always a pleasure.
All right.
All right, take care of yourselves.
Right.
Have a good one.
Good one.
All right, guys. Great hearing from you. Yeah, that's Kev. That's OG. I gotta love OG. Jesse, what do you got for me, brother?
How you doing, Captain? Hope your voice is getting a little better.
It's a little bit. Billy from Richmond. Yeah, Billy, you're gonna have to wait. I only have one line, so wait till Jesse's done, and then you can call in. Billy from Richmond. I think that's Billy. I think that's Billy from the Bears. What's going on, brother?
Just a lot of craziness over here. I might be finding my way down in your area.
Okay.
As you know, I do play semi-professional football,
Okay.
and I recently got offered to go play in Jacksonville.
Okay. Well, Jacksonville's only 3 hours away, so it's not too far.
Yeah, I got offered to play arena ball out in Jacksonville.
Now, what is this like the new league, or is this they're trying to bring the Arena League back?
I believe it's an old league that they're trying to bring back. Have you ever heard of the Jacksonville Sharks?
Yeah. Well, the Jacksonville Sharks I know were in the World Football League in the 70s.
Yes. And now they are part of the National Arena League.
Okay. Well, cool.
Yeah.
All right. Well, hey, keep up with us, and again, blessings to you. I hope you get that roster spot, because I will pin you up for a Sharks hat, and it'll be signed by you, and any of the good looking cheerleaders will make sure they put their phone number on it as well.
Definitely, Captain.
So what are your thoughts this first off, the last 2 weeks that we've had, what are your thoughts there, and what do you see this weekend? And again, Taco's my Dolphin fan. I want to hear from him, via more comments or via a phone call. Go ahead there, shipmate. No, I'm not going to the game, Taco. I was going to the game, but my voice and my sickness, I'm not going to the game this this time. Go ahead there, Jesse.
First two games, very tough games. As always, Baltimore's always a tough matchup to any NFL team. Let's be honest, they're always a tough matchup. Pittsburgh, another very good team, another very tough matchup for us. I'm very surprised that we pulled those 2 wins off. I'll be honest, I did not have us winning those 2 games in my predictions. Now this Miami game, I do have us winning.
No. You can't have us winning, because you had us losing the first 2 games and we won. So you got to keep your karma going. You got to keep your karma going, and whatever you did the first 2 weeks, you got to continue to do. Okay? You got to. I mean, I remember when years ago, and I haven't been able to do it for a while, but I used to, before I would go out every week for the games, I would take off my clothes and my hat, and up to and including my underwear and my socks. And if we won the game, I would put them on this chair that you see behind me. I would put them away for a week. So, and I loved it when they got gamey as hell, because that means that we had won like 2 or 3 or 4 weeks in a row. But unfortunately, they never got really gamey, because the Raiders couldn't string together a couple wins. So, but whatever you're doing, you got to continue to do everything that you did the first 2 weeks, so that we can win this weekend.
It's going to be tough, considering first week I was working. Week 2, I did see the game with one of the booster clubs out here in Arizona. And then this week I'll be back in my hometown and my home state of California.
Okay. Well, like I said, I'm happy that things are looking up for you there, brother. And congratulations on at least the offer. I mean, being offered a contract to play any sort of professional football is wonderful. I don't care what league it is. That is fantastic.
Especially for young guys like me. Like, Larry, my dream was to actually go to college and play. But you've met me before. You've seen my size and my stature. You know I'm not that tall.
Hey, Hunter Renfro ain't that tall, but the dude just balls out.
Hunter Renfro's taller than me, though, Captain.
Ooh.
By 3 inches, maybe.
Well, you know what? Let me see. I'm trying to think. Billy White Shoes might have been. Look up Billy White Shoes Johnson and see if you were taller than him.
Billy White Shoes Thompson.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to message me that name. That way I can look it up. Cause
okay, and here's another one. There was a guy that played for the Chargers at running back who was like 5'2", and he was,
yes.
and I can't remember his name, but you remember the guy I was talking, the real fast guy that would always like return punts, and he was their running back, and he was wonderful. So, I mean, there are people of diminutive stature that have played the game. So, don't sell yourself short.
But at my position, it's very rare. I'm pretty sure Billy and the guy from San Diego were both skills players. I am actually a lineman.
Oh, okay. Well, you know what? You be the best pulling whatever you got out there, brother. Yeah, I mean, you'll be hiding behind somebody, and then you'll come out on a pulling trap, and you'll just waylay them because they ain't going to be seeing you because they're looking over you, and they won't see you when you go right into their chest.
Oh yeah.
But hey, Jesse, I appreciate you being on here. I'm going to get to 2 more guys. I appreciate you calling in, brother. It's always a pleasure, man.
It's always great to talk to you, as always. Take care of that cough. Take care of yourself. Get healthy, and hopefully I'll see you out in Dallas.
You will, as long as I'm healthy. You'll see me there, brother.
Yes, sir.
See, no, I can't do it, man. I don't want. I don't want to screw it up anymore. Jesse, you take care, brother.
That's why I did it for both of us.
All right. Take care, man.
Yes, sir.
All right. That's Jesse Marquez. Good to see him. Now I was gonna have Positive Philly and Raphael come on at the same time, but Raphael is here. Positive Philly is not. So maybe Positive Philly, he might have gotten the call up from the other show. Oh no, there he is. Good. So good. I'm gonna do a dual screen again because I like it when we see young guys, guys, and so we got
Okay. I went.
Raphael on the left, and Raphael's going to talk about his Panthers, and we got Positive Philly on the right that's going to be talking about his Eagles, and I'm going to answer the phone.
Oh my God, Captain, come on, man.
Oh, shoot.
Okay, hang on.
Press 1 to send a voice.
Hey, Billy, you're going to have to stay on hold for a little bit and try not to talk because I can hear you. But I got 2 on the line. I'm going to get these gentlemen done, and then we'll talk. Okay?
You want to bring me back on?
No. You guys are here.
Oh, okay.
I kind of, no offense to Raphael, but I kind of wanted to talk to you one-on-one.
Oh, okay.
Just because I haven't talked to you.
I just want you all to myself. Positive. Okay, so.
Okay, don't worry about that. Can you still hear me? Because I'm just trying this new microphone over here.
Hey, Captain Jack, I'm getting ready to break this down, bro.
Okay, you want to give me another? Want to call me in about 10 minutes?
Is that what I should do?
Yeah. Give me a call back in 10 minutes, and we should be good to go then.
All right, I'll break it down. All right, later, brother.
Take care there, shipmate. All right. So you guys got 10 minutes to wow me.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, got it.
Raphael, what you got, brother?
Well, I'm a little bit happy because right now the Panthers are winning 7-0 against the Houston Texans. But I'm a little sad because right now Christian McCaffrey is now injured with the Taurus with his legs right here because after the first quarter, his injury because it happened so fast because it became one of the greatest of the modern era. It became a perfect match for the Carolina Panthers, but the injuries it happens.
Yeah.
But
So he's injured already? I must have missed that while I was on the show.
Yeah, hamstring injury.
yeah, it was it was during the month. It was during Thursday night football. It was between the first quarter.
Okay. So now it's tied up 7-7. So and that's amazing considering how the Panthers are 2-0 and they've looked fantastic the entire time. So now with McCaffrey's injury, that's going to be bad for the Panthers because again, I mean Darnold and Robbie Anderson,
Uh huh.
good combo, but you need that running attack. So not having McCaffrey in there is gonna hurt a bit.
Yeah, because last season Christian McCaffrey he missed 13 games with three different injuries on his ankle, shoulder, and quad. So and this injury with the hamstring, we don't know is gonna be like for a weeks or days. It depends how it depends the directors and the coaches say, and also the doctors say if it be okay with the next week. But I'm very sure because it happened in the first quarter, but we are not really sure what's gonna happen over finish the game between Carolina Panthers versus Houston Texans if he is continue or is going to recover for like weeks
Okay,
because that will
well,
be
He's
I
out
mean,
for
difficult.
the night, but
yeah, he's probably out for the night, but the thing that you need is you need him to. Hopefully, it's not really bad because
Okay.
he's. I mean, I would. He's gone for tonight, but you don't want him to have that injury linger. And by the way, I appreciate the fact that you've been doing some studying. I can see it. I can
Oh,
see it.
yes. Because right now I'm just studying the whole thing of the NFL. I'm just I get little by little, but I'm just studying about the stats, the rivalries, and everything.
Well, no, I'm impressed. I'm impressed, and
Yes.
even Philly studies a bit because he knows that I ask him questions, and if he doesn't have his stuff in one sock, then he's like, I'll get back with you on that. So he studies for me too. So that's why I had you both on because two gentlemen that know the game, but it's always good to study about it a little more. Now,
Oh
Raphael,
yes.
I'm going to
Uh-huh.
ask you, and then I'm going to let you go. Uh, now you are impressed with the way that the Panthers have been playing. Do you think the Panthers have enough to be a playoff team this year in the NFC?
It depends because the last time that we saw two wins and zero losses from the beginning, it was 2017. But right now, with Mar Rule, things are get started because it finished like fourth place in the FC South around the last season. But if we see the Mar Rule, we can improvement. So we are expecting like we are going to to playoffs if they have Christian McCaffrey healthy and also we got the dynamic duo which is Robbie Anderson, Sam
I'll be right
Darnold,
back.
and also DJ Moore. Because right now, over those last days, the Carolina Panthers we just see improve it, and we had our good defense, which is we won two games. The first one it was against New Orleans Saints, which is we are careful about James Winston quarterback because he was a former Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and then we just won. We just won another game, but it was between the New York Jets. But we see like an improvement because we didn't see like wow, it just really happened because we just have 2 wins and 0 losses. But between the game of Saints and Panthers, everybody thought that, oh, the Saints is gonna win, but they just proved wrong because we had Sam Darnold and they have James Winston, so it's just like fumbling. It's just like fumbling and well.
Well, I tell you what, Raphael, I appreciate the fact that you've been studying, brother. And again,
Mhm.
you continue to do that, and things will get better for you. And again, you'll be snapping off all of those things the more you got. And again, I'm
Yeah,
gonna let you go. I'm gonna get it over to Philly. But thanks for coming aboard, there, brother. Always good hearing from you.
yeah, it always because even though I just know about sports like baseball, basketball, soccer, mixed martial arts, boxing, wrestling, but I'm just learning about the
Oh, and you're
football
doing well.
and
And
yes,
you're doing
because
well.
mhm, yeah, I
And
just doing well, and I just well during my study as a journalist with Asperger's syndrome, I just interview some of the baseball players, basketball players. I just once interviewed a player called, well, I just remember the name. It was Andrew Emmett, which is a former player for the NBA. He was a former player from the Big Three before he passed out. And that was the only time that I was interview Andrew Emmett, which is in Venezuela, they call the Venom, because he was playing with the Caracas Crocodiles, which is in Spanish says Cocodrilos de Caracas. And I have a pleasure to well interview some baseball players, soccer players, even boxing and mixed martial arts athletes like Ianovich Chalo. So just like, well, I have this knowledge because I know well since I was studying journalism, and I've been watching those sports since I was a kid. And
okay.
that's a great opportunity.
Yeah, and again, we appreciate you being there, Raphael.
Mhm.
Continue to watch and continue to give us some positivity. You be speaking of positivity, I'm going to get to Philly. You take
Okay.
care, and again, keep on rolling, brother. You be well. All right, that
Mhm.
was Raphael. Good to see you, Raphael.
All right.
All right, that's Raphael, and I got positive Philly there.
Captain Jack.
What's going on, shipmate? You got me alone, brother. Me, you, and whoever else is watching. There
I
you
don't
go.
know why it sounds so low on my phone, but nah, man, your Raiders, man, they're 2-0. I've been waiting to talk to you about the season so far. I'm like, the Raiders are 2-0. I can't wait to talk to Captain Jack, see what he thinks about them. Now, I know it's been a few weeks, but I want to talk to you about that Monday night game against the Ravens.
Sure.
Were you there?
Yeah.
That
That,
that
that's when
game.
that's when I got sick. Now, granted, I was sick on Sunday. People thought I got sick yelling on Monday, but no, I was sounding like Mickey Mouse on Sunday, and on Monday I sounded worse. So there you go.
Yeah, I I think that game was game of the year caliber. That was the game of the year caliber game.
Well,
Do you
it
agree?
was definitely amazing to watch. Granted, I'm in the one corner of the end zone, and then the winning, what should have been, let me take that back. What should have been the winning touchdown in overtime was on the opposite field. So I didn't see the stretch, but the entire stadium erupts, when they get that touchdown. The stadium erupted when Carlson kicked the tying field goal to put us into overtime. And it was just simply amazing the fight that the Raiders had. And again, I'm saying this analytically, not as a homer, but they showed a lot of grit and determination. They were down 14 points, and that was the first time that they beat anybody down 14 points in like years. I mean,
Well,
literally years. So it was really great to see.
right. But so fun. So actually, last week, right? The Eagles had their and I'll go back to the Raiders in a minute, but
No, that's fine.
last week the Eagles had their first home game. I got up at 5 o'clock in the morning. Me and my dad, and we went tailgate. My dad has a friend who has like a tailgate up there, and then I also have a podcast that I listen to. They're right across the street from each other, so we tailgated there. And it was probably about 11:30. I thought we were just going up for tailgate and just have a fun time. didn't think that we were going into game or anything. I thought I was going to be going home and watching the game and watching football that day. 11:30, my dad's friend says, I got 2 tickets. So he got 2 tickets from Lane Johnson because he's a car dealership. And like he knows some, Eagles. He sold some cars to Eagles. So Lane Johnson emailed him 2 tickets, and me and my dad got those last 2 tickets. And we got to go to the game last minute. So that was pretty awesome. We were like 11 rows back from the end zone or whatever on like the right side of the end zone. Pretty cool. They ended up losing, but it's a big week for us, Captain. We got the boys Monday night.
Yeah, I got to show you this because I'm glad Jeff said this because Eagles suck and most Eagle fans are jerks. And then this is the kicker. And he lives in Philly. Because I was going to say, Jeff, be nice now, but he does live in Philly. So,
Captain,
I'm just saying,
am I a jerk?
No. And Jeff, I was going to say, positive.
Is PSG a jerk?
Well, he can be. He can be. I mean, I like Jamie, and Jamie is a fantastic person because I know him personally. But when Jamie is all into his persona, he can be jerkish. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So,
I've seen that.
You understand what I'm saying? Because Jamie is a great guy.
Yeah,
but
I know him pretty well enough.
When Jamie comes out, and Jamie will be there for the Eagles game in Vegas.
I so wish I could go out there. I really do.
But and Jeff says that now. Jeff, I appreciate your comments. And appreciate you being here as a Raiders fan from Philly. That's great. I actually lived in Philly as a kid. Now I got to ask you. You got the Cowboys on Monday. And I actually give you a puncher's chance to beat the Cowboys.
You think we beat them?
I give you a puncher's chance, which means I don't think that they are going to blow by you.
No. Wait, were you asking me a question or?
No, I said I give Philadelphia a puncher's chance to beating Cowboys on Monday night.
Right. Is your volume low or something, or is it just me? Like, I don't know if my phone's acting up or something, maybe.
Well, other than OG, who said that he couldn't hear me, it might be you. Folks, if you can't hear me, let me know. And again,
no, I can hear you. You just sound low. Like, you normally sound so loud. Maybe it's your voice because you're not feeling good.
Oh, yeah. Well, my voice is not what it normally is. That's
okay.
True.
Then maybe that's why. But I can work with it. What are your thoughts on the Raiders going 2-0, assuming the fact that you're going to go 3-0 with Tua out on Sunday against the Dolphins? Like, are you like, okay, this is just a good start? We're in a hard division with the Chiefs, and I honestly think the Chargers are going to be pretty good this year. Do you think the Raiders have a legitimate chance to like go on a winning streak or go on an undefeated streak or like make the playoffs? Or like, what are your thoughts on the Raiders season so far?
Okay, well, first off, about the game this week. Okay, stand by a second. This is a sound. Okay, let me redo this again. It's a trap. Did you hear that?
No.
You didn't hear? Okay, hang on a second. I apologize. Okay, folks. It's a trap. Did you hear it that time?
It's a trapper?
No, it's a trap. Do you not know Star Wars, dude?
I do.
It's a trap. It's a trap. That's Admiral Akbar, man.
I'm not a big Star Wars fan. Not gonna lie.
Oh my God! You guys don't know Admiral. You don't know Admiral You don't know Star Wars, Admiral. Look what you're doing to my voice, dude. Look what you're doing to my voice. Oh my God. Okay. And OG said I ate some bad stuff at the Bunny Ranch. Hey, she was worth it. Anyway, I give the Eagles a chance to beat the Cowboys. What say you?
Me?
Yeah.
I think we win.
Okay, and tell me why you think you're going to win, and because of what?
Um, uh, I just it's against Dallas. We always Dallas sucks, and I think we. I mean, obviously, we have a Brandon Graham out, but they have Dexter Lawrence. I believe it's Dexter Lawrence who's out. And also Zeke isn't showing up. Like where's Zeke been? So the only thing that does scare me, and I don't know if we're going to be able to stop, is Amari Cooper. And CeeDee Lamb has also been performing great. I know. Um, I even said that CeeDee Lamb was going to be good going into the season. But yeah, I think it's going to be hard for us to stop the receivers, but also when they run a lot, we're not going to have a hard time stopping them because, like I said, Zeke hasn't been showing up.
Well,
So
actually,
I think
and this is something that Jeff was talking about. I heard that Amari Cooper is injured. Is that true?
I was talking to a Cowboys fan earlier or whatever, or no, I was talking to a Washington fan. He said if Amari Cooper plays, you guys are done. Like you guys aren't going to win. I mean, if Cooper is injured, obviously I don't wish injury on anybody, but that would help us out a lot if he is.
Yeah.
So I have to double check on that. I don't want to say he is, and he isn't. I don't want to be wrong.
Yeah. And again, thank you there, Ben, for reminding people. If you like what you see, hit the like button. I really do appreciate that. Hit the like button. And the other thing is, like I said, subscribe. And also, if and by the way, I did not forget, we are full for a spin. I have not had a chance to do the wheel yet, but there will be a wheel the next time I do a show, either Sunday or if I'm not here for Sunday, the next time I do a show, maybe next Thursday.
Where's the game at this week?
Which game?
Raiders.
Raiders are playing in Vegas with Miami.
Oh, so are you going?
No, I mean I would have been going, but because I missed all this time at work because of my sickness, I didn't think it would behoove me to like sick, go back to work. Oh, by the way, I'm gone for the weekend. So I sold my tickets to a gentleman for his. It's his first Raiders game and a home game. He's seen the Raiders everywhere, but never in Oakland, never in Los Angeles. So he's seeing a Raiders game in Vegas, and it's his son's birthday. So they're sitting in my seats,
That's
and
good.
I didn't overcharge them on the tickets. They were pricey, but I didn't overcharge them on the tickets.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And Jeff says this as well. Effing seats cost too much. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, like I said, I mean, if I had to choose one away game to go to this year for the Eagles, it would probably be this week against Dallas or against the Raiders. So many Eagles fans going out there. It's just making me so jealous, but it's too much.
Yeah, and Jeff said that guys going to the Eagles, Raiders paid $800 for nosebleed. Hey, Jeff, I know there was at least one seat lower bowl for like $400. So they must have gotten those seats early on because the tickets are a lot better now. Yeah, my seats are corner end zone, Gabe. I'm corner where the Raiders come out of the tunnel. That's where my seats are. I am row 6, which is actually row 5 because for some reason row 1 doesn't exist. But I'm row 6 next to the Raiders when they come out of the tunnel, and that's where my seats are. So yeah, I got really good seats right there in the tunnel.
Yeah, I'm excited. I want to hopefully I can do I want to do like a special thing, or I'm trying to do weekly shows with fans. of opposing teams, and the week we play the Raiders, I'm trying to work something out with you and little Chucky Gruden.
Okay. I
So-
mean, if I got time, make sure you schedule me so I can have some time. I know the guys on the Philadelphia Sports were trying to get me on for their show as well. So I can't.
What show?
It's one of the Philly sports shows that I like on Facebook as well. Or, sorry, on YouTube. It's not Jamie's stuff. It's another Philly sports channel with Al. Oh God, I can't remember his name.
Edge of Philly Sports.
There you go, Edge of Philly Sports. Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
I'm trying to figure something out. But yeah, Captain. I don't want to keep you on there trying to do a short show tonight. You're almost over an hour here, so you have a good one, and we'll definitely talk soon.
For sure. You take care, and again, I'm going to try to take care of myself. You be well, and like I said, I'd like to see it. I'd like to see an Eagles win. I'd like to see Eagles win.
And it doesn't hurt me to this Townicus.
Yeah. And
buddy
I got
on Billy Richmond, Virginia.
I got to get Billy on because I told him to call back in 10 minutes. So you take care, shipmate.
All right, Captain.
All right. That was Positive Philly. Billy, you over there, brother?
Captain Jack. Raiders. How you doing, brother?
I'm okay, other than the fact that I don't have my normal voice. So I appreciate you doing all the yargs for me because I said I can't gruff it out, but I'll let you do it for me. How are things in
I'll tell
Virginia?
you one thing. I will go. It's going good, man. Hey, here's the deal, man. Here's the real deal of the situation. The Raider offense, even though that we have lost offensive linemen, I mean, I didn't want to miss Rodney more than anybody else. All right, Rodney Hudson will always be a fan of Rodney Hudson. Period, point blank.
Uh-huh.
But the situation is here is that they were getting paid big dollar and their stats were not there. So we had to do that financially with the team. Now, Andre James, there's been a couple of hiccups there, but let's really think about what really is the difference between last year's Raider team and this year's Raider team. It is called this thing called defense. I haven't seen a Raider team play defense like this since Greg Townsend, Howie Long, and Eric Allen were out there. All right?
Yeah.
I know it's just a 2-game sample, correct?
Yes.
But that was defense. I mean, Captain Jack, let me ask you a question. Did we go a month last year without a punter? The opposing team's punter did not come out.
Yeah, actually, I remember that because they either scored or turned it over on downs, or occasionally would give us the ball back on a turnover, but that was few and far between. But yeah, I remember we never saw the punter. The punter was like getting pina coladas and hot dogs, on the sideline, and was scoping out the cheerleaders. So yeah, I remember that, and that's not a good thing to say.
Well, it's not. And one of the things that I notice here, it is hard to draft, guys. It really is. Those that I outdraft that team for years, and it's not very hard to do that. It's just the truth of the matter. I mean, I don't want to bring up the past because we're in the present.
Right.
Right, Captain? And the things about this is this. The free agency acquisitions by Mike Mayock to try to clean up some of the mistakes in the past are looking doggone good right now.
Oh, yeah.
That's what's making that defense better. I mean, is Perryman okay?
Oh no, he's fantastic, and give KJ Wright, like a couple weeks to really get into it. Perryman is fantastic, And I can't wait to see when Morrow comes back, as well as Javen White. Our linebackers will be great. Now, I will say that Littleton is still not quite playing correctly, but you haven't seen a lot of it because the other people around him have taken up that slack and have played quite well.
Well, one of the things I see about Littleton, I think it's a little bit of a mirage about him, especially with his cash that he makes. Because, the best defensive player in the world plays for the Rams. And you got that guy at defensive tackle, when you're running free at linebacker, it'll make you look better.
Oh, yeah.
One of the things that I noticed very clearly is that John Abraham, since he's been in the league, has been all over the place. It's like a Chinese fire drill. He's out there. He doesn't know what his assignments are. He doesn't know what he's doing. But Gus Bradley has got him doing his job. They say this all the time, don't they, Captain Jack?
Oh, yeah.
Don't try to do everybody else's job. Just do your job.
I agree. Wholeheartedly.
Another thing is that, we finally kicked up a 4th-round pick. Nate Hobbs is playing great. Our coverage and the things that are out there, more than being out there, our secondary has stepped up. Also, Solomon Thomas, Reclamation Project, Raiders like that, don't they? And it looks like we got that there in Ngakwe, the injuries. And you know one thing that surprised me, man? Mad Max kicked that ball, didn't he? Well, we were all worried when the season started when it was 255. Because I thought, at 255, man, you are a little short in the pants. But, man, is he balling or what? That's the difference in the Raider team. When you can play defense and at least give Carr a chance to at least not have to score 35 points every game, I mean, and there's other things too. I mean, what are your thoughts?
No, I agree, and it's like I remember, what is it? Andre Bruce was a little bit quote unquote light in the pants, okay, and he played defensive end for us, and he was a terror when he was there. So it's not necessarily your weight, although as a defensive end, it's kind of ideal to be up at least in the 270s. But you know what? I don't care how much you weigh; it's what your output is and what your stats are. And then
Did you see him look screen passes left and right? It's called, when you're playing defensive end, it's called responsibility of your position, right?
Yeah.
You've got to touch the edge, carry your edge. A lot of times, it's just not about sacking the quarterback. Also, reading screen passes.
Mm-hmm.
Did you see the Raiders eat up screen passes the last 2 weeks? I haven't seen that in years.
Yeah, well, I will say that in the Raven game, in the first half, there was a lot of passes to the backs and nobody was around. But they cleaned that up in the second half because we were screaming. Well, I wasn't screaming because I didn't have a voice, but everybody around me was screaming like, where in the F is the coverage? Because these guys were coming out of the backfield and there wouldn't be a Raider within 10 yards of them. But they cleaned that up in the second half. And against Pittsburgh, they definitely had everybody on lock. So, yes, they definitely looked a lot better from the second half of the Ravens game on in making sure that those pathways were closed.
Another thing that worried me was when we lost Nelson Aguilar. I'm like, damn. I mean, he's not like this world-class wide receiver, but at least he's a one. He seemed to be a one. But it's very pleasant to see that Brian Edwards looks like that he wants to take that role. We've got to have a long receiver, a big receiver to do that. I mean, we can have third and Renfro, and we've got one of the best tight ends in the league, and we've got a 9-route guy. But he's got to continue to progress. That's very key right now to our offense.
Oh yeah, I agree. And I told you Brian Edwards when I saw him at South Carolina and his body type and the way he fights for the ball, he's kind of like a and I said he reminded me of a Terrell Owens, but I actually it was Violator that told me something that makes better sense. He reminds me of Anquan Bolden because he's big, he's strong, and he gets the ball. So I think that that's a better analogy for Brian Edwards. And I think that we're gonna, as long as he continues to progress and stay off of the injury machine cart, we'll be okay.
Yeah, I want to ask you right now because you know who's on the lower. I'm not saying his name right. And I don't want to disrespect the kid because he's playing very well at offensive guard.
Illuminor. Yeah, we picked him up.
Illuminor, yeah.
We picked him up in like one of the last. He was a cast off on a couple people. He played with the Cheatriots last year, and he played with a couple different people. He was a cut, and he was actually starting some games for the Cheatriots last year, and he's been plug and play at right guard ever since Good went down, and I've been quite happy with what we have with him. Yeah, very very happy with him.
Well, one of the things too, and Captain Jack, it's always good talking to you, brother. I love Raider football. They've made me excited, man. I'm just gonna be real with you, man. You know why I'm excited? Because they really look decent, man. They really do. Now, everybody who's sitting here going, yeah, man, you know, we're going to destroy Miami. Hey, kick it in gear. We're 2-0. Let's just win, baby.
Exactly.
You don't get that? You don't get that Dolphin team was almost a playoff team last year, right?
Yeah.
And they are a wounded animal, and they're going to come at us pretty good. I wish that Tua was playing because Joe, you know, Brissett, he might come out there. You know, he wants to make a name for himself. So we got to keep it in our lanes on that one. I really think so. And the other thing, you know, let's tip our hat to Tom Cable.
Oh, please.
That is one of the best coaches in the NFL.
Yeah, yeah, and he's shown his worth as far as he takes all of the guys that we got and it's just molding them into a fine offensive product, and it doesn't matter who's up there, they are playing well.
And I also want to give a little bit of props. Of course, you know Carr, of course. This is a waste of time. Yes, Carr can play. Duh. But Brandon Parker, I mean, this is a turnstile.
Yeah.
That's turned into a better ball player that I think that can be used at guard or tackle, regardless. And there's nothing wrong with Leatherwood. He's a rookie. These are tight games. These are hard games. And I think that we have something there. But, yeah, he's a rookie, man.
Yeah.
It happens.
Yeah, and again, you know, I think that it's just that you know, he played in the SEC at Bama, so he knows speed football because he's an SEC product. But still, when you have players of NFL caliber and you're going against them week in and week out, you're gonna get taken to school occasionally. And I think that Leatherwood will learn. He will learn.
They said it was a strain. No, that was a bench. Is what that was.
Well,
I couldn't believe it. What do you think about that? Maybe I'm wrong.
They actually had him in an injury, and again, I'm not saying that was a bench, but he is back at practice this week, so.
Mm-hmm. Oh, we're gonna need him. Yeah, absolutely. He's okay.
Yeah,
and then as far as our running attack, now we do. You can't, whether it be Tom Cable or not, we've got to continuity offensive line and all these new moving parts. They're not getting Carr killed. There's a few sacks there that it happens. I mean, we played against the Ravens and the Steelers. They have wonderful defensive lines. They put good packages out the yin-yang. But listen, the real part about this, we've got to get Jacobs back on the field.
Yeah.
I mean, that's one of our, he's our 5-star guy. We got to have him back out there. And I hope he's playing this week.
No,
we got to get him back.
I think he's out this week as well. And again, I'd have to look at the injury.
Is it turf toe?
Well, it's turf ankle because it's a combination. He had turf toe and then he rolled his ankle the very first game. So I think that they are being very careful with him. And
17 games, bro.
Exactly. I'd rather have him for like I said, even if he misses a game, I'd rather have him for the rest, the 14 on the back end, and then see what we got this weekend.
Well, it ain't like that Drake sucks. You know what I'm getting at?
No, Drake doesn't.
He can play.
He can play.
So yeah, you're right. There's no sense in going out there and burning up his leg off get there like this. We need him in the stretch run.
I agree. Hey, Billy, I'm going to open up the lines. I know that Jared wants to call in.
Yeah, I know. You know me. I'll go on and on with you. I haven't even talked about Mooring out there. At least not being Joseph.
Well, but
or anybody else we had out there.
But you got.
I haven't even got to the corner we got from San Diego. That was great. I haven't got to any of those guys.
Well, you got ammo. You got ammo for the next time. You got ammo for the next time you call in, brother.
You know what it is? It is time to be happy. Happy. Smiles on Raider Nation. We have a team now. And I always do this.
I appreciate you covering it up a bit because I don't want to blow out my speakers. Thanks again there, Billy. Always good hearing from you, brother. That is great, man. Jared, that's your cue because Billy was on the line. I know that Jared was going to call in. Right now, it is still 7-6, 6 minutes and 40 seconds left in the third quarter. My voice is okay, but I'm thinking 90 minutes. You guys got about 15 to come call in. Jared can call in. I know you guys, if you want to come into the show, let me put the link up again. I will do that. I think 90 is going to be about my show tonight. So there is the link. If you want to come on via broadcast, Jared is going to call in. Jared, by the way, Jared was, Steve said it was really good to hear from you and see you. So it was, I wish it was there, brother. But no, I was sick. And I'm still sick this weekend too. So voice is not there. I agree with a lot of the different. Oh, well, Jared, you're going to have to wait because we got Steve on the line. I was just talking.
RDR Houston, Steve.
So, Jared, you're going to have to wait because Steve's on the line. Steve, what do you got, man?
Yeah, I was going to tell you, I'll make it short and sweet, Captain. How did you like the way that we were all looking at each other at the game and we were thinking, man, the Raiders have a pass rush. When was the last time we can say that consistently, Captain? And how about when he threw that ball, he said he overthrew the coverage, obviously. He threw such a arc of the ball. When it came down, Ruggs was just running his tail off, but he could do that. Like you said, reminds you of Cliff Branch, Speed Kills. He caught that ball. I was jumping up and down. I haven't seen plays like that, Captain, in a very long time as far as a deep ball like that. And, man, I was so pumped up. We're all jumping up and down, just yelling our you-know-what's off, and everything is good. All those, don't get me wrong, there's a lot of great Steeler fans out there, but to see our team perform at that level and Derek Carr have almost 400 yards, all those people that don't like it can put it where the sun don't shine in my book. And what say you, Captain?
No, that's a great way to say it, man. Stick it, and rotate it.
Exactly. I just want to say great show as always, Captain. And Jared, enjoyed talking to you on the phone. And, man, you're a great dude. And, boy, I tell you what, Captain, this man is a wealth of knowledge, man. You talk about an encyclopedia about, it's just amazing, all the stuff that he knows. But you have a good health, Captain, and great show. And everybody else, and go Raiders. Let's go get them, and I hope this isn't a trap game, and let's take it seriously and just take them out one at a time, Captain. And permission go short.
Permission granted, brother. You take care of yourself as well.
You take care. Have a good night. God bless. Bye.
All right, that's Houston Steve. So Jared, now the phone is up. You got the clock's ticking. Okay. Hopefully we hear from you. Well, Steve was a bonus. So that we've had a lot of good calls and good updates tonight. Again, I'm not going to be on much longer because again, 90 minutes, man, 90 minutes. I can feel it already. I didn't really get a chance to like I said, give my input, but I firmly believe as well. Okay, like I had the Admiral Akbar. This can be a trap game. Miami always plays us tough. Granted, most of the time it's down south, but you got a team that got embarrassed at home, 35-0. That was a playoff caliber, not quite there, but playoff caliber last year. And they're going to come into Vegas remembering what happened last year. Remember, Raiders should have had that game, but they couldn't put them away. And in Arden Key, may he rot in hell because the guy's not dead. Key, who can smoke a turd over on the 49ers sideline for his stupidity.
To accept, press 1.
We got Jared on the line. Jared, what's going on, brother?
Well, first off, I got to say to you and Houston Steve and to the entire Raider Nation, congratulations, you guys smoked our tails and basically barbecued us extra crispy on Sunday. I mean, Derek Carr made our defense look like Swiss cheese, to say the least. We just absolutely played like crap. We didn't do anything right in that game on Sunday at all.
Jared, I gotta ask, were you expecting that? Because I really wasn't.
No, I wasn't. I thought it would have been a lot closer than you think. You know what? I mean, give Derek Carr credit. I mean, he came into Pittsburgh. He blitzkrieged us, however. And like I said, we held you guys to 3 field goals in the first half, and it was still a very competitive ball game. But like I said, once Walt went down with the injury, once Tyson Alwalu went down with injury, things just basically fell apart, and basically the car fell out of the, let's just say, wagon, so to speak. And now we got to take on the bungholes, as they say, Mr. Burrow, and I'm feeling not very confident this week, surprisingly. I'm not really very, let's just say, dapper. I'm not very keyed up, or I'm not excited about this game. I have a feeling this is going to be a very, very tough game, however, coming up on Sunday afternoon here in Pittsburgh.
Yeah, actually, I can't remember who I picked because that is such a tight game. I might have picked the Bengals, but I'd actually have to go back and look because somebody can tell me maybe last night when I did the show with Ref and Violator who I picked, but it's going to be a close game. I firmly believe that the Bengals have the capabilities of beating you, and that's not as a nasty thing. It's just saying that.
No, that's very true. Yeah, it's not going to be pretty, but. Looking at your guys, you guys are going to be 3-0 after this week. I think the Dolphins are coming in sinking harder by the bow. You don't have 100% healthy, however. You got Jacoby Brissett coming in. I think the Legion team will be rocking on Sunday afternoon there in Sin City, and they're going to be definitely very happy when they beat the Dolphins, however. So that's what I'm looking forward to seeing.
Well, I'm not putting a W in the win column until there's triple zeros on the clock and it's the fourth quarter, and the Raiders have at least one more point than the Miami. That's all I'm going to say.
Right. But tonight, you got a very interesting game going on in Houston tonight. Carolina's up, even though it's not a very pretty game right now, however. Christian McCaffrey did get hurt, apparently, in the first half, I guess, with his hamstring. He has not returned for the night, however. Sam Darnold is doing pretty darn well, surprisingly, and even though it's still early, the Panthers are up now 14-6, and of course tomorrow you got the Ryder Cup starting up there in Wisconsin. That's going to be interesting. And then of course this week you got some interesting college football going on. Your boys will be back home in the swamp against Tennessee. I will give Dan Mullen credit. They almost pulled it out last week. I mean, I will definitely give credit where credit is due. I did not think they were going to come back from 18 down to almost pulling that out, however. But the only two big games this week that jump out at me. I mean, Texas A&M and Arkansas, of course, in Fayetteville. That's the big one. Obviously at 3:30 on Saturday afternoon. Of course, we'll see what happens. It's supposed to be a really warm day there down there in Dallas. We understand it was supposed to be in Fayetteville, and now it's going to be at Jerry World. And then, of course, the big Shamrock Classic, of course, at noon, where it's going to be a pretty reasonable, comfortable September-like day in Chicago with Notre Dame, Wisconsin. And I'm going to call it right now. I think Paul Chris in Wisconsin are going to pull off an upset. I think the Irish have been lucky the first few weeks, They got by Florida State. They got by Toledo. Last week, it took them a little bit in the second half to beat Purdue, but two of the first three games, they've had a little bit of Lady Luck on their side. I think this time, Lady Luck might be smiling on Wisconsin.
Yeah, I was gonna say Notre Dame has been pulling stuff out of their arse. The fact that Florida State is 0-3 is surprising, but it makes me giggle being a Gator. But that's neither here nor there. I'd have to look at what Florida State's schedule is, but they might actually. I remember a couple of years ago they actually had to play an extra game just to be bowl eligible because they wouldn't have been had they not played that extra game.
Yeah. I mean, when was the last time you said? I mean, when was the last time you talked Florida State go 0-3? I think you have to go back. I think they said back to 1976. However, and another game that is going to be of interest, however, and it's going to be in Norman, obviously Saturday night, is West Virginia traveling to Oklahoma, and of course Alabama's home against Southern Miss. But yeah, I'm trying to find Florida State who they got this week, unless they're off this week. I'm just looking through the schedules right now. Tonight, of course, we got Marshall and Appalachian State playing, and then tomorrow we got a double dip, of course, Wake Forest and Michigan at 7 o'clock in Charlottesville, and then, of course, 10 o'clock tomorrow night. Vegas at Fresno, and a warm, sticky night in Fresno. So there you go. But let me see here. Texas A&M. I'm trying to peruse the schedule here and see who they got this week. I think Florida State's off this week. It looks like to me. I could be wrong. I mean, I'm just gonna double check here, but like I said,
no, that's fine. I mean, the fact is that, like I said, that I was not expecting Florida State to be 0-3.
No, a lot of people didn't actually expect it. Let's see here. Here we go. No, they got Louisville this week. They'll be playing Louisville. Then they got Syracuse, and then North Carolina. At North Carolina, they're home the next 2 weeks in Tallahassee. Then of course they got Clemson at the end of September. Then of course in mid-November they got Miami, of course, and then of course they close out the year at Florida. The way things are going right now, this is ridiculous. I mean, how do you lose first off? I can understand their name, okay. But how do you lose to Jacksonville State on the last play of the game the following week? That's inexcusable.
Yeah.
That is inexcusable.
Yeah. And again, I have them losing to Louisville.
Yep.
I think that the Miami game will be good because both of those teams are really not that good.
Yeah, and Miami tripped last week, if you remember how against Michigan State. But Miami, everyone said, oh, they're going to be a beatable team this year. We're looking at them. They got an easy game this week. They got sent to Virginia next week, and then 2 weeks after that, they go to North Carolina, Chapel Hill. They're home against NC State. They come to Pittsburgh, and then they play at G Tech. But Pittsburgh, I mean, there was no excuse for losing that game against Western Michigan last week. It's their homecoming, of course, this week in New Hampshire. But you're a 2-touchdown favorite against Western Michigan, and you should have beat them, however. Despite the fact you turned over the ball 4 times and Pickett had 6 touchdowns in that game, and now is number 2, surprisingly, number 2 overall, passing Marino, however, as far as all-time passing yardage goes. However, he still has to catch Alex Mantel, obviously. But Pittsburgh's, of course, got a big, tall order ahead of them after this week. They start ACC play at Georgia Tech for the second year in a row, which I do not get. Georgia Tech should have been here this year. It would have made sense. They get the bye. And then, of course, after that, they got the 3 big sisters, as I like to call them. You're at Blacksburg and Virginia Tech. You're home against Clemson, which is not going to be pretty. And then you could very well beat Miami on Halloween weekend, however, but that could be tricky at the same time because you got a short week, obviously, after that. You got Duke the next week, and then right after that, a Thursday night game against North Carolina. So it is definitely not going to be easy for Coach Narduzzi and the Panthers. And right now, I think his job is definitely on the line right now.
Well, I appreciate the insight there, brother. We always enjoy your takes and information. That's for sure.
No problem. Like I said, it's good talking to Steve Howard. And like I said, I talked to Steve yesterday briefly for a time. He said he had a great time, but hopefully next year, definitely, you, Steve, come up to Pittsburgh for a ball game at PNC Park. The Pirates baseball team, despite the product that is so lackluster in the ownership of Pirates, it doesn't matter. You still get a great view of the greatest ballpark in the majors. That's PNC.
All right. Well, you work it with Steve, and we'll figure out a weekend hopefully to do that.
By the way, your boys will be my boys tonight, 10-6. We're playing your Phillies tonight. We were ahead of you guys at one point. You guys were smoking us now, 10-6.
Chris says it's 12-6, so I.
Oh yeah, it is 12-6 now. Yeah.
Okay.
And real quick, talk about the Phillies, man. I mean, look at the Phillies right now. The Phillies are not out of the woods yet, Howard. They're only 2.5 out of Atlanta. This race is going to be very interesting, just like it is in the National League West. It's going to go down maybe to this last weekend.
Yeah, but see, the Braves keep winning, and it's like, and then the Phillies, when they have a game that they should win, they lose. So hopefully, it's going to come down to what the Phillies do in Atlanta, and that's going to be for the pennant.
Right, exactly. And the thing is, they could very wind up facing possibly. I mean, the way it looks right now. I mean, right now I'm looking at Atlanta could be facing possibly Milwaukee. Philly could be playing St. Louis. We don't know what's going to happen again. The West is so open too because now the Dodgers are back within a game, and we're going to see what happens this weekend. I mean, the Dodgers won today, obviously, and then I'm looking here right now. San Fran won again. San Fran lost today, so that helps LA now going into the weekend, only a game out in the West.
Yeah. Well, like I said, we'll talk. Well, I'm excited, but again, Philly's got to do something, and they got to beat Atlanta. They got to sweep Atlanta in Atlanta.
Exactly, I agree. No doubt.
All right. Well, Jared, thanks for calling in, brother. You take care of yourself.
You too. See you.
All right. That was our Pittsburgh report from Jared with a lot of good stuff. And that is definitely the last input call of the evening. Wow, is that Darnold? Yeah, Darnold with a long run. And Atlanta has an extra game against the Rockies. But you know what? Like I said, they keep winning. They keep winning, and it's unfortunate. I'm going to. I know that Billy from Richmond is definitely one of my most valuable for the evening. Your input here. I need 2 people for my most valuable crewman of the show. I need your input, most valuable crewman for the show, who put in a lot of positivity, who put in a lot of good on the comments, either via the video, or in the on the phone. I know Billy is mine. I need some of your inputs for that. I'm going to see if there's anything that got any people that were Taunicus. So Taunicus was in here for a minute for positive. Oh no, actually Jeff Penland. Yeah, he's new, and I'd never seen him, and he was quite active. So I'm going to put 2 in. Jeff Penland, my Raider fan from Philly. So quite a lot of comments tonight. And again, if you like what you see, please hit the like button. I need one more. Person. Normally, if OG wasn't like a person of the show, his comment about me eating a bad clam at the Bunny Ranch would have normally made it. But let's see if. The Braves lost. Good. So they lost today. So good. So if the Phillies win, would they be a 2-back? They could be 2-back, right? Because they were 3-back starting tonight. Unless there's that extra game that you're talking about. I don't know. So Phillies just won. So that means I think the Phillies are now 2-back. Oh, and Andy Pandy, I love you, honey. Andy Pandy is one of my wonderful ladies in Atlanta. A transplanted Floridian who is in Atlanta. Good to see you, sweetheart. Thank you for watching. And I miss you. You take care of yourself. I'm sorry my voice is not what it normally is. Give me a call sometime, by the way. I'd love to hear from you. Oh, 2.5. Okay. So again, folks, I need one more person. I need one more person for most valuable crewman of the evening. I know that Kev was in here, but I think Kev already has a spot, and I think Thumper World is already on that as well. So I don't think it could be Thumper. Yeah. Thumper was So I put him, or he was in there the other night. So it can't be Thumper's World. It can't be Chronicles because he's like, he's staff. Let's see what else we got here. I'm still waiting on input. You guys are making me talk. Shame on you. Shame on you. Ozzy was in the house. Good to see him. Clifford gonna hook us up. Yeah, there you go, Clifford the Black Raider. I like that, and for people in here as well. Well, let's unless I see somebody else putting anything. Yeah, okay, we're gonna put Clifford in here. Okay, Clifford the Black Raider. So there are my three for the night. I will put them up on the wheel for the most valuable crewman, and I didn't take again. You can use if you give a what do you call it? If you give a donation, um, still the $5. That is an entry to the treasure chest of prizes. I will get that squared away. Hopefully by the next time I am around. I'm going to end it tonight, folks. Great hearing from everybody. Take care of yourselves. I'm going to try to do that with my voice. Be well. We'll see you maybe, hopefully Sunday if I'm not working. If I'm not working, I'll see you guys Sunday on the Ask Captain Jack show. And if I am working, if Homer doesn't have a show on Monday, I'll do a show on Monday. I don't know if Homer has a show on Monday, so I'll have to ask. But take care, everybody. We'll see you. Always a pleasure.
You're listening to the Captain Jack Sports Show on Northeast Streaming Sports.